Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to the Morning Mindset edition of the Live, Build, Change podcast. Live, Build, Change is a movement. It's a desire that's really just sprung out of something I feel God has placed on my heart to encourage believers in Christ to, first of all, live their faith in an authentic, genuine way. And perhaps for some to build a business. And through the integration of those two, change the world. That's where the Live, Build, Change comes from. If you want to find out more about Live, Build, Change, you can do so by going to livebuildchange.com. Now, something I have been talking about these last few episodes of the Morning Mindset is what it means that God has revealed himself as I am. That's what he said to Moses when Moses asked him, "What shall I tell the people of Israel is your name?" And God says, "Tell them Yahweh has sent you." And the word Yahweh means I am. So God is saying something about himself. He's identifying himself by giving that name. We've already talked about three things that means. Here's a fourth thing that I believe it means, that God reveals himself as I am. And that is that God is utterly independent. In other words, God depends on nothing. Can you even imagine that? I mean, we are so dependent as beings. We're dependent on a heart that beats. We are dependent on lungs that can operate properly and breathe. We're dependent on the actual oxygen in the air. We're dependent on nutrients. We're dependent on sunlight. And in so many other ways, we are dependent on people. You see, none of us, as much as we might try in the Western world, is truly independent. We're made to depend on others, on certain resources, but ultimately on God. But God is not that way. God is utterly independent. He depends on nothing to bring him into being, or to support him, or to counsel him, or to make him what he is. God is the full-orbed essence of everything that should be. Maybe that's a helpful way to say it. God is utterly independent. Now, why is that helpful to us to know? Why would God want us to know that? Because when we see him as being so independent, non-affected by anything outside of himself in any way, for ill or for good, we're able to truly see the incredible resource that he is. He is the only thing, the only being worthy of our devotion, worthy of our attention. He's the only one worthy of our praise. So there are all kinds of things out there that vie for our attention, from entertainment to causes and projects. And I'm not saying that some of those causes or projects or things are unimportant, but compared to God, they pale by comparison. They are things that are not worthy of the attention that we should place on them when it comes to comparing them to God, because God is utterly independent. He's incredible. He's awesome. And that word awesome, that's one of the words that only should be applied to God because of who he is. And so today, realize that whatever circumstance you're in, it does not impact God. God is independent of it. And being independent, he can come to your rescue at any moment. So call to him. Rest in him. Be confident in him because he is on your side. He has your back. We're going to talk more about what it means that God is the great I am on tomorrow's Morning Mindset.